On our broadcast tonight, things in Syria have taken a decided turn as Turkey goes to NATO with the case for intervention. Confusion in South America as Venezuela downs a Colombian spy drone Colombia claims does not exist. It's been a month since the U.S. presidential election, but the drama rolls on in the OSCE. Why some countries want to sue or even expel the U.S. delegation there. Nightly News starts now. NATO has declared a no-fly zone over Syria, effectively quarantining most of the country. Turkey made a rare appeal to the military alliance in an effort to stop the flow of supplies and weapons to the Assad regime. Our very own Nigel Winterburn reports live from Aleppo.
In response to Iran and Russia impassioned offensive actions on the part of Iran and Russia to aid the Syrian government, Turkey has invoked a no-fly zone over the Turkish-Syrian border. It is only a matter of time before Turkish and NATO representatives on the ground ditch their hesitant attitude as the Russians continue to embolden. NATO is expected to enforce the no-fly zone using the U.S.-donated Patriot missiles and allied air forces.
To bring us international reaction to the move by NATO, our own chief UN correspondent William Bryans reports from UN headquarters in New York. William?
Kelly, I'm here at UN headquarters in New York, where reaction to NATO's declaration of a no-fly zone over Syria has been mixed, to say the least. Many Western nations were convinced that Turkey's case, that Muammar Gaddafi, like Muammar Gaddafi before him, Bashar al-Assad can only be removed by a combination of Syrian resistance backed by international intervention. Other nations have found the action a negative development, ranging from a breach of international norms to an act of all-out military aggression. The reaction from the Arab bloc was just as interesting, especially given that Turkey and Iran, two nations vying for Syria's future, are not Arab.
William, what can you tell us about the mood over there at the UN headquarters?
Kelly, the mood is tense. No one is quite sure where international consensus on these developments are heading. As developments unfold, it's far too soon for many countries to have fully articulated their position on the matter. Some nations are waiting to see what happens next before expressing an opinion. Kelly?
Thanks, William. From the Middle East to South America, where Venezuelan forces appear to have shot down a sophisticated surveillance drone in a story that is turning out to be something out of a high-tech spy novel. The only question is whether it's a drama or a comedy. Our very own Cooper Anderson is here to report.
Thanks, Kelly. Tonight, the mood in San Cristobal is tense and uncertain. The initial details are still somewhat unclear, but the Venezuelan military has confirmed that a Predator drone was shot down approximately 1.4 miles inside Venezuela's border with Colombia. On the ground, locals here are reacting with anger. Many feel that this incident is an act of aggression on Colombia's part. We have not heard from Bogota at this point, but sources tell us that Colombia, which has deep military ties to the United States, has been using Predator drones to, quote, monitor the truce with FARC. I spoke with a major in the Venezuelan army who dismissed those claims as fabricated and part of an attempt by Colombia to cover up the truth. Unfortunately, this incident has brought about many questions with few answers. I'm Coop Anderson, reporting from San Cristobal. Back to you, Kelly.
Cooper Anderson reporting from San Cristobal, Venezuela. Just when you thought the news surrounding the U.S. presidential election was over, now this. A group of member nations of the OSCE have filed a complaint against the United States for violating the terms of its foundational treaty. International legal professor Marie Boulangerie de Lissot of the Sorbonne sat down with me in the studio earlier to shed light on this legal puzzle.
Bonsoir. Since 2002, the Organisation for Security and Cooperation in Europe has required all members to submit to oversight of democratic elections. In the U.S. elections, a number of Republicans at the state level threatened to expel members, citing state sovereignty rights. In a historic role reversal, Russia is now filing suit against the U.S. for failing to comply with the OSCE treaty. Russian Prime Minister Vladimir Putin plans to pursue international punishments.
We have breaking news at UN headquarters where William Bryans is still on the scene.
Kelly, I'm still at UN headquarters, where there's a firestorm of controversy here over accusations by the Dutch and Danish delegations regarding an unspecified biological warfare development by the Russian Federation. Highly placed sources have now reported back that these accusations are unsubstantiated by the world's largest intelligence agencies, as well as major media familiar with Russian defense. With the ghost of false accusations of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq still hanging over the UN, the Russians are outraged. Even though there have been no public speeches, the two delegations have been spreading the information, outraging the Russian Federation.
What does this mean for Denmark and the Netherlands delegations there?
As I said, the Russians are furious over the controversy. But one thing is for certain. The Danish and Dutch delegations have lost all credibility with much of the diplomatic community. Back to you, Kelly.
This has been your CIMUN Evening News. Thank you. Stay dangerous and stay classy.
What we all must learn to do. You and you and you and you. Duck and cover.
Be sure and remember what Bert the Turtle just did, friends, because every one of us must remember to do the same thing.
News of the world, September 15th, 1950. The Soviet boycott of the United Nations has ended. Ambassador Malik has returned to the UN Security Council after Resolution 84 created a unified force to combat the North Koreans. U.S. General Douglas MacArthur has been chosen to lead the UN troops to victory. Go get 'em, boys! The Chinese have been silent thus far, but Soviet Ambassador Malik is questioning the legality of such action. In North Korea, General MacArthur's force troops have landed in the city of Incheon and are making great progress after the DPRK launched a failed attack on the city of Busan. The DPRK has condemned the U.S. in response to this advance and to their embargo on DPRK. However, the Soviets have agreed to provide economic aid to the DPRK. Intelligence officials also suspect that the Soviets are providing the North Koreans with heavy weaponry. In mainland China, the government has cracked down on Republic of China rebels as they are strangely disappearing and being met with violent opposition while demonstrating. Stay tuned to CIMUN Nightly News as we will keep you updated on events as they develop.
What are you doing? Oh, I'm just making wishes on these petals. You wanna know what my wishes are? Just wishing that everyone will buy these shirts because they go for a good cause. Sure. Do you wanna make a wish? Yeah, make me one. Here, make a wish. Make a wish.
I have so many wishes. Hey guys, Jeff and Cody here from People Water, and we just want to encourage everybody to go out and buy these CIMUN t-shirts because they go towards a really good cause, and we're so stoked that you guys let us come be a part of this conference. And so everybody go out and support it and buy these t-shirts and help out.
Hey, you want to dance?
Okay.
Do you want to listen to your favorite songs on the Saturday Night Dance? Do you want to get down to your favorite tunes? Well, go on CIMUN Live and submit your song requests now. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Oh. Yeah! Woo! So you guys have to
Get in!
Got it.
Hey, get in, slow the speed!